What is up with it all? I'm BrickingUpBrad.
I'm Matt Mellish.
I'm Block.studios.
And I'm Ethan the Artisan.
And guys, we're the stud. All right, guys, we got a very special show planned for you today. Not only do we have a very special guest who makes just very special things, this is actually, I think, the second guest that we've met in person and then had on the show. Before we get into this, I mean, let's tell this real story. When we met him at Brickfair, Virginia, he had to go through an interview process before he was on the show. So we drilled him. We had to look at his mocks on display and make sure it was quality enough for the Studs Bush crew. Exactly. And got heated in the discussion. We were like, no, we don't want this guy on. Ethan fought his life out for him. And you know what? Ethan won us. Oh, no, that's not true. We all wanted him on. We saw some of his mocks and we had to bring him on. So coming all the way from Instagram, I guess. Guys, it's Ian.
Ian Summers.
You have no idea how hard it is to get on the show.
It's a freaking pain.
The producers and oh my gosh, such
yeah, our people had to talk to your people. They got in some fights. It got nasty.
Yeah. We're broken.
Yeah, exactly. There was a couple mocks that were, got in the middle of it, and we're very sad about that. We're still paying for the
to charge an arm and a leg to come on, and we just didn't have the funds, so we had to rake in some AdSense that we don't have yet. And
exactly.
So before we get it, why don't you introduce 60-second pitch? Who are you? What do you do? What kind of things do you do out there on the internets, Lego wise?
So I'm Ian Summers. I go by Bricktacular Builds on Instagram, and I've been in love with Lego ever since I could get a toy from Toys R Us when that existed. And I always wanted to build my own stuff. I never really wanted to keep the sets. I always wanted to build my own thing and show my friends. So that just kind of what blossomed into me being really creative and doing things from movies. I really liked building stuff that people recognize and stuff, real life objects. And then I thought, hey, I should share it on social media and see how that goes. And then I just fell in love with seeing people's reactions, the comments and the likes, and the Lego community is so open and feedback, and it just really opened the doors for a lot. Just really made me want to build to the best of my abilities.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. You kind of just answered half our main question that we asked right off the bat. So
that's it.
That's all we had to ask.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, so let's get right into the interrogation portion.
I
cannot.
I cannot. Hello, everybody.
Today.
This is a new word to the English language, thanks to BrickingUpBrad. The interrogation. Welcome.
Internebs, he said earlier.
Internebs ambulance. Is this a New York thing? Is that what's happening?
This is a little sleep over the weekend because I was editing videos.
You get a pass then. You got some good content.
Thank you. I can't find the interrogation intro anyway, so we're just gonna sweep this to the side here, get him up on the big screen for us.
See if I can find it.
So how this is going to go, we're just going to go up and down the list of people here, ask you some questions, really get to know, let our audience get to know you better. So Matt, why don't you start this off? Why don't you ask a question?
Sure. I mean, you gave us the very, very brief rundown, but I guess what got you more into mock building itself, and what is it that you love about it? Because you're one of the few people that we've had on who are really involved in that world of Lego being a hobby for them.
So I just really like building mocks in the way that I like seeing pieces and kind of using fun pieces and being really creative. I love fun part usage. And so it started when I was 7 years old, is when I was really into Star Wars, and I would love the different spaceship designs. And so I would take a set from Star Wars, and I would keep the cockpit, but then build around it. So it kind of give me a main part of the spaceship. And so then that was a way for me to kind of it was kind of I was mocking, but yet I got kind of like a head start at a young age to like see how they built it, and like you can just build around like the main cockpit or like keep a wing or something. I think that really helps, like if you're starting to do mocks, is to like keep part of the set and just add on to it to keep it like improving it in your own way.
Yeah, no,
That's a
totally.
really cool way to put it.
No, yeah, I know a lot of people who take Lego sets that they might not enjoy as much and then try to mock it, take what they like from it, but yet turn it into their own creation and make it what would be a much better model to actually display on your shelf.
Yeah.
Do you do
much
that
better.
often?
Not anymore. That's how I kind of like started doing more
Got it.
like spaceships when I was younger. But now I don't own a single Lego set. They're all like, I haven't been to the Lego store in like a year and a half.
What?
What?
Do mocks, like that's all I do. And if I do get a set, it's like destroyed within a week.
So you're not like
Wow.
Ethan. Ethan will take parts of his sets and just take like one piece off and then
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Screw this. What's the point? Like
That's
I was like, that's what's left of the typewriter.
oh,
The type of all people. What in the world?
is
The
it
sets you're
because you think
choosing-
you get... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go on.
No, no, no.
But then I built this out of it
oh.
Okay.
with all
But,
the
but the question is, can you type on it? No. So that's why the typewriter is not joking.
But you chose to buy the typewriter for the price that it is to just take all the pieces.
Actually my sister's gift for Christmas, and I was like, she let me take. And I kind of like, I take a piece and then I put it back in a room. And then, like, just screw it, just take it.
Was that only out of the typewriter, or did you add more pieces to it to create the alarm clock?
So, it mostly is from the typewriter, but the white part and the gray is from like just random pieces I had. But like the whole like body of it is from the typewriter.
How did
Got
you
it.
do the numbers?
So it's really cool. You can actually, so I'll give you guys kind of a sneak peek. Do you know the company Bricktacular Builds?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I
Sounds
work for
familiar.
like I designed for them, and so they're doing a whole retro line that's coming out. So
Very cool.
this is one of the builds that so they wanted me to make. I told them, I was like, I think it'd be really cool if I could take out the numbers pretty easily and then switch out the time with like only a few extra pieces. So it's just building.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
That is solid.
I
I'm
like that
guessing,
it's actually
like-
built. I thought it was stickers. So
No.
Oh, I didn't
Zane.
think it was stickers.
Oh,
I thought
Zane.
maybe you could. I don't know. I thought,
Don't
yeah.
I don't know.
Don't you use a string piece for that center digital
Yes.
number look?
Yeah, so it looks like the flat, like the flip digital kind of look to it.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
This is what it looks like without the string,
Oh.
the tension of the numbers.
That is actually a really solid. Like, I didn't even notice that was something other than a like. That is solid.
So then this is like, sorry, I'm not used to the. So then you can easily take it in and out, and
Mhm.
You look like you're about to do a magic trick. Make this disappear.
The
Yeah,
numbers
the-
shall disappear.
there's baker's hats for the numbers,
Oh wow.
Ooh.
chef's hats for the knobs.
Yeah. Man,
That
much.
NPU.
Yes.
Yep, that's my favorite part of mocking.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool.
Zane.
Zane?
What?
You gonna ask a question?
I honestly, he kind of answered the. I've been asking the questions about the numbers and everything like that. He's been answering my questions.
My gosh.
I don't have intense questions because actually, no, I do have a question. So the Mandalorian, rifle behind you, whatever you call it, is it called
Pulse
a rifle?
rifle?
Pulse
Yeah,
rifle.
pulse
Okay.
rifle.
A blaster rifle, something. It has a long name.
What made you want to do half of it as like an artwork piece instead of building a full like rifle?
Okay, so I originally built it without the black like background.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so hard to hold. Like you couldn't hold it. It was just super fragile because it's just so long. And what's hard is the front of the gun is like heavy. It's not like a normal gun where it stays thin. At the end, like it
Yeah.
goes thin and then heavy. So it was really hard to build that. And so I wanted to build, so I crushed it, and I wanted to build it a second time, but this time I wanted to build it with a black background. So it would, like, I could hang it up, I could walk around with it. And so that's the reason I built the black background around it, because I thought that was the best way to make it look good and still be like where you could hang it up or put it on your shelf or whatever.
So you built this thing, said, you know what? I don't like it. I want something a little stronger. You destroy the whole thing. You don't
Yeah.
just, let's add to this, make it a little beefy. No, you just all the way, just
I
zero
renovate.
out. What? Y'all blow my mind. You and Ethan and everybody do mock builders. I don't understand this because like I'll play a video game or I'll do something like that, and people are like, you know what? I'm done playing this. Let's just restart. I'm like, no, keep going. Like keep adding to it. Why are we restarting?
That sounds similar with my robot. The original idea was for it to be in white. So after a day and a half of building, I was like, I don't have enough parts. So I took apart that robot and had to rebuild my BD1. So.
Exactly. It's amazing. No, I mean, I love the rifle. I do it. I could never do anything like that. It's very impressive. It's on another level. The fact that you built it once before and then went back and then built it again another way. Like, wow. Just wow. Matt?
It was like a year between the two, so like my mocking kind of improved a little bit.
Okay.
So it does look a lot. It looks different. It's actually the original one's on my Instagram, but this one I like a lot better. But the stock's the same, but that middle part there's a lot more detail. Like I did the light brick piece, and I did the Abraham Lincoln scope, and the front's a lot different. So it's kind of cool to like, and that's also why I like Instagram is because I can post these pictures of these builds. And then like 2 years later, I can like look back and like I improve on things, and then it's kind of cool to see like transformation through the years of it's like documenting your stuff, which I didn't do before Instagram.
Right. And speaking of Instagram, we do have him linked down below. So if you want to go follow him there, be sure to do so and support Mr. Ian, aka Bricktacular Builds, and see some of his most recent Lego creations. Ethan, would you like to ask a question?
I'm going to ask a very simple question. Where do you get your parts? What's your best place that you get parts?
Ethan, are you okay? That's not your normal.
That's not your
first
typical
question.
question.
Oh, I will get to that.
Okay. Sorry.
I was concerned as well, gentlemen. I was concerned.
Okay, below down. I'm just kidding. I actually don't use Bricklink, and I've never used the pad wall before ever in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm not alone, guys.
I get pieces from my older brothers, got Lego when they were younger, and they just passed it down to me. And then that's pretty much, and sets, like Lego sets for Christmas, birthdays. Because I have no Lego sets, so like all the Legos just go into that, to making mocks.
And that's where NPU takes place. Because if you have all the parts in the world, NPU wouldn't exist.
Yes,
when
because
you're limited, it makes you use parts creative in a creative way.
Yeah, because like when I was using Studio, like I have to build in real life before I use Studio, because it's hard for me to think of a piece, but like I color coordinate my pieces. So like when I'm going through the red bin, I'm like, I have an idea of what I want, but if I see a piece that's better, I pull that piece. That's why I color coordinate my bricks and not by piece, because
that's cool.
Because I have like an idea in mind, but then I find something better. For like example, I was just trying to find a crank for this vintage camera. I never thought to use this piece, but I found it when I was just looking through the bin. It's from a tow truck.
Oh.
But like I would never have thought that if I was building it on Studio or something. But like because I'm just going through my bins, I'm just looking for shapes instead of like specific pieces. That comes out.
Huh.
I think sorting by color is
it's
good.
Right. A lot of people knock on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people knock on sorting by color. I used to do that. Now I sort by color and by part. So like if I dump out my bin of red, I still have the ability to come across an oddly shaped piece that I would rather use instead of what I might be looking for to begin with.
Okay.
For sure.
It takes a lot longer though.
Yeah, that's too much time.
I also think it depends on what type of mocks you're trying to do too.
Right.
Like, for me, it's like like example, medieval mock builder. I'm trying to build a certain building. I'm looking for certain parts to do that with that I need kind of organized so I can do that. Whereas like you're you're going for like, all right, we're gonna build something here. What weird shapes can we use? Because I'm guessing you pull out some parts and then start going, oh, I feel like I can make this with it. Actually, that leads me to my next question. What do you usually do? Do you usually just pull out some parts and kind of like Ethan does and then start just building from it? Or is it like, I have an idea in mind and I'm just going to start experimenting around to try to make that idea?
So I don't ever usually like just kind of pull out a bin and then like oh what is this? Because I do a lot of my builds are a lot of like things that already exist. So like
Okay.
you do a lot of like your more imagination and stuff, like your robot, where I'm like I look up an image or like yes, like that was that's yeah. So
Crazy hot dog man.
for me, I kind of like look up like try to find things that haven't been built in Lego before, or if they have, I like the Wii. Like I wanted to build like instead of building the Wii, I wanted to like add to like the kind of like the storytelling of it and put it in the TV, just to like make it more like.
I love that so much.
It's so good.
I was
It's
on
one of
the
your
phone
more
with my
famous
mom this
mocks.
week. Like my mom, like I was telling her who we were gonna have on this week, and she was like, "Where is he from? Does he like TikTok or what does he do?" I'm like, "Mom, he built a freaking TV with a Wii remote in it. Of
We don't
course, he's
care
gonna
where
be
he's
on Stud
from.
Buds." I was like, "He made a Dyson vacuum. He made a Monsters Inc. door. I mean, like the things that he has made blow my mind. Like, look at the door. Look at the door. I've never like I just literally this during the show right now. I just texted the boys and I was like, guys, I feel bad that I didn't look all over his Instagram before this moment. So if I look distracted, I'm genuinely looking at all your stuff, like all of it. The axe, the sword, the head from robots.
Mine.
Mole. Oh my gosh! See, I love it
So
so much.
good.
Very
How
cool.
does
And
the
you do
head
build.
not just?
Yeah, I just dropped.
I'm waiting for I'm putting $10 on one mock smashing tonight. No, I'm joking.
Well, that's where the TV and the Wii remote.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And then there's this one.
Oh, the loading screen. Yeah, it's loading. That's what it's like whenever you try to watch Stud Buds back. Everyone's like, it won't load. What's happening?
And then this one's
Amazing.
my latest mock is from Guardians of the Galaxy.
That
Very
one's
cool.
And this one has some fun part usage. I actually used a clone trooper skirt piece. I don't know what it's called, but remember like those things you would put on.
Yes.
And then I took off the legs of a clone, and that's how it's holding in there.
That's it. Is they?
My eye is just immediately drawn to the trash can and the blaster of the barrel.
Yeah.
Like,
And then that one's another barrel at the bottom. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
trash.
like
Couldn't figure out like how to, because I had these pieces like from like a race car, like they go over the tire, but I couldn't
Mhm.
figure out what in, and then the tire just worked out perfectly. So that was another example of something like I didn't have in mind, and I just kind of like stumbled upon it.
Very cool.
And then this is
Wow.
what like without.
Oh man, that's nice. I like the gold highlights. That really looks
Yeah.
nice.
And these are
Gold
from
pieces.
the full set. The
Oh,
Castle.
Castle.
I wasn't gonna say it because I knew you guys would make fun of me.
I just like
quick,
how solid it looks.
do you like? So we got a question here. Someone wants to buy one of them off of you. Out of curiosity, do you like sell instructions or actually sell any of your builds in general, or is it just kind of for your own fun?
So this was for fun, but now it's getting more like because I work for Bricker Builds now, so some of
Okay.
these builds will be available to buy.
that's
Okay.
Very
Oh.
cool.
But I just showed it, so
So are you gonna be like exclusive stuff, like set sold by Bricker Builds? Like you're gonna put them together, have all the pieces in their instructions, and sell it that way, or is it just solely instructions?
So I send them the studio file of the build, and then they have like Tyler and Jace. They put the like step by step to make it really easy to do for the builder to build, and then you can buy the instructions or you can buy the instructions with the pieces. So you have two options.
That's cool.
Okay.
Do you want to just go over really quickly? I mean, you kind of already did, but like who Bricker Builds is and how you kind of got affiliated with them?
So Bricker Builds, I've been watching them like on Instagram, which they started in like 2020, and they build like exactly what I like to build, where it's like 1-to-1 scale stuff, and like Captain America's shield, Thor's hammer. They do Pikachu, Mario.
Oh.
So they Christopher said they're like expanding to like more like, because they originally were just doing like these like kind of like Legoland models where they're like what you know, like the blocky bricks and kind of just like more like a Legoland structure. But now they're into like where they have lightsabers that you can buy. They had Captain Rex's guns, and so I've been watching them. And then in 2022 in May, Christopher reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in joining the Bricker Builds team?" And then I was like freaking out because I was like, that was a dream come true. And I was like, so we were talking, and then I applied, and then I joined, and then I've been doing models for them since May. Nothing has come out yet, but like almost all the stuff that I've been designing, he said it's coming out this month, so I'm really excited.
Ooh.
Nice.
Awesome. That's
I know
really
where
cool.
I'll be shopping.
And for the record, guys, 2 weeks ago when we had Jonathan, aka Mini Superheroes Today, on, he showed one of their builds as the big Captain America shield. If you guys were watching that episode, so
Yeah,
They're a great company to work for. They're super nice.
Great.
you're super nice.
Thank you.
So how did you? I'm trying to think of as well for like people who are starting to build mocks of their own. How did you develop your more realistic, lifelike style?
Yeah,
Because you started kind of, you mentioned with sets and kind of a minifigure scale form, and now you're building big fig scale, us size scale. So how did it go from that to that? And then I guess what advice do you have for people who are also trying to find what their style is?
yeah. So when I was younger, like I was saying, I started off with like doing Star Wars spaceships. That's kind of like what I was doing. And then I kind of got older, and I was like around 12, 13. I kind of was like not really like building spaceships as much because I was kind of like doing more sports and everything. So my younger sister was at the age where she was really into like playing with Lego. So she would ask me to like, hey, can you build the hair salon in our town? Can you build like the cafe in our town? And so
Oh, that's amazing.
so it was like gave me that drive to like build again because somebody wanted other than myself. Like, hey, so it was fun to like, and so I would take pictures of things in our town to like build. Like we have this Mexican restaurant, and so I would take a picture and then like build from there. And so I think that's kind of helped like the more like taking off images and like kind of recreating things in real life. And then she got older, and she stopped like playing with the town and stuff. I live in this town called Wimberley, and we called it Wimbrickley. So it was like Will Ferrell table with all this buildings and everything. And so yeah, so she kind of grew up, and she didn't really like want me to build anything. I know it's sad, but but then that's when Instagram kind of came in, because then it made it, I wanted to build for like the people that were following me, and like and I noticed that like my first build was like I built this Vans shoe, and then I built like some houses because that's kind of like what I was going from, is I was building like buildings and stuff. So I built like the Brady house, little house in the prairie house, and I was noticing that I was having the most fun building like things from movies, because people are like, oh, I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm a fan of this, and I could kind of like share my love for like pop culture and movies. So I found that the most fun, and I felt like I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to like not showing any studs in that way. So I felt like the best like it's hard to do a house showing no studs, but like a Wii controller to do it like smooth all the way around. It's more satisfying for me to do like objects like that. And so I found that I was having the most fun doing things that are like real life. And to help people that are like up and coming and doing mocks, I'd say it's really helps to have the objects in real life, because then you could like see the shapes, and like it really like the curvature, like you can see that like, oh, this piece works that way. And really it's like you can't like settle. You got to really like think like how it is in real life. Like instead of just doing like, you could easily done like just a white square, But if you're seeing this, you're like, no, it's curved. So then you have to figure out like how those things connect. But you can't settle with just doing like, you got to really push yourself to like get that exact shape. And it might seem small, but when you focus on each little details, it adds up, and then the end result people will notice. So I think that's what I've been doing, and it's been working. I've been having fun. Like, the way this is built is it takes I don't know if you can tell from the white, but there's some
Okay.
Yep.
knot pieces going up.
Okay.
It's so structurally sound that these bricks can meet without even clicking because this base is so strong.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why they can meet like
Great content.
that.
Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I think like you definitely push like the bricks and what something can be, because you know you look at UCS Lego sets and Lego still likes to add the studs because it's their model and they want you to know it's Lego. But yours, I mean, they really blur the lines between reality and a Lego creation.
Thank you.
Literally.
And then there's this one that
Oh.
Oh, that's such a realistic Lego.
That one won a reward at Brick Rodeo.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think he trimmed the Hulk's nails with that one.
those
Very
are
cool.
some serious nails.
Don't judge my nails, Matt. Okay. How do you think he got on the show? I was like, dude, only if you clip my nails with the Lego clipper. Okay.
Yeah, done.
and then I've been really trying to like make my mocks more like functional lately. So like this one you can actually take the DNA out of the bones.
Very cool.
Brackets and slopes. So it's like super structurally sound but yet hollow.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
He's so good.
Ethan, you need to make that. Make something like that. It's a competition now.
No.
Guys, this one's coming out to buy.
I'm getting it. Oh, hands down. Dude, Jurassic
cool.
Park, you can't. No, you can't
Wait,
go
what
wrong
is-
with that.
No, I'm not joking here. What is that actually from? I don't know.
It's from Jurassic Park, dude.
Oh,
what do
is
you-
it? Oh, okay.
It's he smuggles the DNA with it.
Oh, okay.
And then this one was actually at the Bricktacular Builds booth in Chicago. I don't know if any of you guys went there, but
I did see that there.
yeah, so you can take the picture out, shake it, and you got a picture.
Love it.
It's not what I look like.
You gotta, you have to shake it though, or it doesn't work.
I think that started a trend because I see a lot of those Polaroids on Lego Ideas now. So
Yeah.
I think you've got some. I think you were the leader with that one, but
Yeah,
you got some competition coming up.
Oh yeah, I want them to get it out before the idea comes out.
I have a feeling, honestly, Lego Ideas ain't going with that. I've seen what's on the palette. Half
Right.
the good ones aren't going to go through. It's going to be all the ones that are half good are going to go through.
What was the one out like near Halloween? It's I haven't seen the movie, but
Oh, it's
Focus, focus.
Focus,
yes.
focus.
I'm really shocked they put that one through.
I forgot
Disney.
about
They love Disney so much.
Yeah, Disney.
Have you ever thought of submitting to Lego Ideas or anything like that?
I really want to do I feel like this one would be a good one to do for ideas. The Jumanji board.
that.
Dude, I want that. Why is that? This is what I'm talking about. The level of nostalgia he's building in Lego. Like, I just saw that one on the Instagram. And you know what's funny? So I'm packing for my vacation for the next 2 weeks. And every year I take the Jumanji game. Literally, like we literally play Jumanji and watch Jumanji while we're down there. And you build it out of Lego. Where are the instructions for these things? Where are these things?
Okay, real quick question, Ian. Because like, how old are you that you're building? Like, these are some older references for some of this stuff.
I'm 20 years old.
What?
Oh my god! Okay.
We have no
What?
excuse, Brad. We have no excuse.
No, literally.
Oh my
So like,
God.
there's a lot of stuff me and Matt haven't seen, like Jurassic
Or
World
Ethan.
movies. Yeah, Ethan, a few more, but like,
Ethan, I feel like Ethan's seen more than the both of you.
yeah, it's kind of bad.
I just get those vibes.
It started with
because
Ghostbusters. It started with
Well-
Ghostbusters.
you're 20, but you're referencing like the original Jumanji, not the remakes with Kevin Hart. You're talking like
the remakes. I've only seen the original.
I've seen the
Okay.
original Jumanji. It scared me.
I have.
I've
A
seen
lot
the
as a
remake.
Well, but then you also like robots. You also made Bender's head from robots, right?
Yeah. That is like one of my favorite all-time characters of animated movie.
Bender. Okay, it's hilarious. The things that you're making are like before your time. You were born in 2002. I think Wall-E came out in 2003. Like
No, Wall-E came out a lot later.
I don't
when
know.
did it? Was it? No,
It was
no,
like-
it was later.
It was like
that was-
2010, Zane.
No, 2008. Sorry, 2008. 6. Ooh,
That's still fast. That is great though. That is amazing.
Yeah.
so impressed.
Thank you.
Ethan,
Wow.
do you want to ask your
Okay.
most important question?
This is
Okay.
the most important question of the whole show.
Okay. Right.
Okay, and yeah, this
is on the
shows
quiz.
A lot about you. Okay. What is your favorite Lego color? I ask everyone this.
It's the hardest question that anybody
Mhm.
has to answer too.
Not for me. It's not. You guys know what my favorite color is?
No, Zane, we all
Oh.
Is it your favorite color or your favorite color to build with?
Do both. Do both.
Okay. So my favorite color would probably be like,
Medium
let me
nougat.
get it for you real quick. Would probably be like this color.
Oh,
Okay.
medium azure.
Whoa.
That's medium azure.
Oh,
Yeah.
now you were getting fancy here. I'm pretty sure that's just
Azure? Is that what you said?
turquoise.
Azure?
Medium azure.
But
Yeah.
okay.
Ethan, this isn't a 5-star French restaurant, okay?
That's the Bricklink name, I believe.
I don't care.
What's the Lego name?
Sure.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure it's just turquoise, isn't it?
No,
Turquoise is a different one.
Oh, is it?
the Lego
Anyways.
names are so weird. Dark tan is sand yellow for under Lego.
I
So that
think
was your
medium
okay,
nougat's medium
favorite.
nougat.
Okay, you said is that your favorite color to build with, or your favorite color?
That's my favorite color.
What's
Okay.
your favorite color to build with then?
I like light gray, light bluish gray, just because I have so many options to build with. Like for the Walkman, there's like Thor's hammers. They have a ton of pieces to work with.
Thanks, Star Wars.
Yeah. I really like black too. I'd probably say light bluish gray, just because there's a lot of options, slopes, and I like all the snot bricks that I have in light bluish gray.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very cool.
Hey, you passed the test.
So, like, out of curiosity, like, so one of the other big sides of, like, there's mock building, and then there's, a lot of people like the minifigures side of it too. Is that like something like, oh yeah, I just like the parts from minifigures, or do you actually have like maybe a small collection of minifigures that you really enjoy?
So I'll show you my minifigure collection.
It's gonna be huge.
They're all like
But
random minifigures. So I do like the minifigures for the parts.
Okay.
wait, parts of minifigures?
Yeah, he used the chef's hat for the buttons.
And I'll try to hold this vacuum cleaner up.
The fingernail visor.
Yeah.
I did see that.
So like, do you see the
Oh
minifig?
my gosh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
He's being vacuumed up, and there's all the skeletons on the inside.
Yep. And do you see the minifigure's legs at the top getting
Yeah.
sucked?
Love
So
it.
Suck
dark,
through.
but so great.
Nobody will ever know that until they watch this, and then they'll be like, "What?"
I think they'll notice. I think they'll know.
I didn't notice, and I saw it in person.
And
How did you not notice?
good minifigure parts that come with like the CMF line. Like these, see those black pieces? Those are from like the artist.
Oh, that's
Wait,
cool.
can I
okay.
Like the hat, his hat.
move it over this way more? Other way.
Other
Sorry,
way.
other way.
More,
Oh, okay. I see
cool.
what you're talking about now.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah, the
That's
fancy
cool.
painter hat.
Yep.
Yep,
Very
fancy painter
cool.
hat.
You're welcome, Zane, for knowing that.
Thank you.
And then
Appreciate that.
for this controller, the Netflix button is a minifig hand.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. So
like at first-
this, or go ahead, Ethan.
At first glance, I mean, that doesn't even look like Lego. I mean, that's a remote.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that looks right. Right.
So do you ever destroy your builds to build something else? Because it sounds like you have kind of a set number of parts when Ethan asked you where you get your parts from a, your collection basically. But do you destroy stuff and build new things? Do you get more parts to build something different?
So before like I started going to conventions, which was in my first one was in 2021 at Brick Rodeo, I used to only have like 3 mocks together. And if I was like, instead of even looking for a piece, I would just like, oh, I know where that piece is. It's on my whatever, and then I would just take it off. But ever since I've been going to these conventions, I just hate like taking these things apart. Just like it's just so hard for me. So like ever since last year, I've been really trying to keep everything together, and I'm gonna have to take them apart. But as for now, I don't need to. So, but I will keep like my favorite ones, like the laptop. Probably keep, and the Wii
Nice.
and the vacuum is in my top favorite.
Very cool.
So they'll probably stay, and the Mandalorian rifle.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Right. So, because the reason I ask is I always form like an emotional attachment to if I even build something small and dumb that I don't even like, but I still don't want to take it apart because I remember, oh yeah, I built that. Even as
You
a
made
kid, I
that.
still have mocks together. But I found that I can relieve myself of that once I build it in studio and then I have like a digital rendering of it to keep. You mentioned studio earlier. Do you build a lot in that as well? And how have you kind of worked that into your process?
So I never used Studio before Brooker Builds. So I just started in like May, and I was really just trying to like I was just building everything just to get used to it. Like even if they didn't want me to build something, I was just like building Boo's door, like kind of getting used to how to use it. And to be honest, I really can't like I have a hard time using it like building something on there from scratch. I always have to build and like using my actual Lego bricks,
Right.
just because it's like I really like filtering through the pieces and holding them and like seeing if things are structurally sound.
Right.
Like I like holding the object as I'm building it. I just have like for the longest time, so it was just hard to like switch to Studio. But I really do like using Studio because you can really experiment with like pieces you don't have, and I like building something in real life first, and then kind of building in Studio, and then adding things in Studio like the little details. And but once I have the like structural sound thing in real life, I like going to Studio and adding things that I don't have.
Right. No, I like that. I like that a lot.
Smart.
Any other questions for the good of the order? Zane, you only asked like one, but you're just having a ball.
I was just enjoying everything he was building, and I was just admiring the build.
No, you're welcome to do so.
I
just
think
making
mine was
fun of
just a
you.
different experience. So
I think we should go and check out some of the builds that he has.
Right, right.
More in depth.
yep, let's do that.
I mean, look at these beautiful pictures. I mean, we got
So,
the
quick question on the right, the clock is in red. Did you originally build it in red and then sand green, or?
So I originally built it in red, which was like I think it was like October of 2020.
Okay.
I crushed it because I had red parts. I had to build a red keytar, so that has a lot of slopes in that clock. So I used those slopes to build the keytar, and so then it was destroyed, and then I had to rebuild it for some odd reason I won't say, but someone wanted to build it, and I thought in lime green's cheaper actually than in red, and so I went with lime green, and I think it looks better in my.
Sand green is what I should have said. That's
Because
sand green's actually cheaper than red right now.
yeah, because
Why is that?
I think more sets just coming out with it. It's been on Pad Walls a lot more too.
Yeah.
And I used a lot of the pieces from the typewriter, like all the pieces in that set out. So that's why all the pieces that I used were pretty cheap.
Right.
Smart.
Very cool. Ethan, do you want to? Yeah, there's the vacuum and there's the keytar you were talking about.
That's what the clock turned into.
The keytar.
Awesome.
And that speaker as well is.
Yeah, I should rebuild that to bring it to because it kind of looks cool, like displayed together.
Really
That
does.
How big is that though?
The guitar, the speaker.
The guitar.
Oh, I can show you.
Oh, sorry.
He has everything within arm's reach.
Oh wait, we just lost him, guys.
It
Oh,
looks like a gunk droid a little.
Oh my
like, you know?
gosh.
That was his
That
way
is-
of running
Oh,
off.
wait,
the
wait,
show.
wait, 1 second. Stay right there. I'm gonna quickly give
Oh,
you the full
wow.
screen here.
It is a lot bigger than I thought.
Whoa,
Holy cannoli!
wow.
That's full.
Guys.
That's crazy. It just looks like a guitar. It doesn't even look like
Yeah.
Lego.
And I use tires and then a little pan for the dial. For like the volume.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. That's insane. Mockspiration for sure.
Yeah. I mean, these are.
Mockspiration.
I mean, Bricktacular. Oh,
That's
that's cool.
Everything's life size.
Zane just wants to come play in your house. It sounds like.
I do. I mean, I just can relate to all of these things so much, and it blows my mind that it's actually made out of Lego.
So cool.
That's insane.
I even got on this Switch. I even got a tiny little microphone in there just to make it look like where you plug in.
Oh my
that
gosh! Down in the hole. Wow, how do you even get that out?
So I'll just show you real quick. So there's a 1x1 with a bar, like seated,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
and then it's
The engineering.
Very cool.
You go into like engineering or something. I feel like you're very good about.
What's your major in college? What are you doing right now?
I haven't figured that out yet. I'm just doing.
Engineering. It's gonna be engineering.
Yeah, that could. I really do like doing engineering. So
Very cool.
I will say keep look at the vacuum cleaner and there's just like parts that I see like there's the power miner part at the top there. There's looks like early like space cockpit there at the top, like for the funnel area. Like, you get the
Han
legs at
Solo
the
inside.
bottom. Yeah, like there's so many like fun parts that I see. Like
this one was really like a fun but kind of challenging because vacuum cleaners are such odd. Like they're not your basic, and like.
no.
See those clear pieces? Those are Exoforce, like what you would use to click and then
Yes.
light up it would like do
The
like,
original light brick.
yeah. And then back there is like the little jumper pieces for like superheroes.
Awesome.
Wow.
And then that's a brick separator.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either.
And then there's a dolly at the back. And then a light brick at the top.
You really can use every part, guys.
Mhm. That's
Yeah.
a light brick that's unscrewed.
Flipped over.
Yeah. You certainly blend everything together super well too.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you can look at it for hours and see different little things.
Yeah, it's more for my own perfectionist thing. But if no one else notices, I don't really care because it's just for me so I can sleep at night,
Right. Make it as detailed as possible, even if you're the only one who can really
Yeah.
see it and know
Like-
it.
You can even take pictures of it on like the other side, like with the brick separator, but it's like
Right. And there's your switch and your
Mhm.
robot. The
Okay,
sword was
I-
cool.
Mhm.
I've been watching Rings of Power lately and enjoying the show. And so I'm very much in a Lord of the Rings kick right now. So seeing that sword is just
I'll get it real-
awesome.
I'll go get it.
I'll go get it.
Oh my God.
It's again life size, real size.
Now that's what I would buy from Brick Builds.
Return of the
my-
King is like my favorite movie, so like
Yes.
like it has so many good moments in it. Still,
Crazy.
Oh.
Can we reforge it then?
It honestly, that would be a cool challenge. Can you make one that like, I'm not saying like actually, but like it would be cool to see someone make one that could come apart into the parts.
yeah.
But then like go together again to create the full sword.
It has
And,
been remade.
So I didn't have enough black pieces to do like because I was just gonna do normal like slopes like around. But then this is another example of like I didn't have the part, but then it actually worked out. I think it actually kind of looks better. I used these pieces, so it kind of gives like the
Nice.
texture like a handle, you know.
Right.
I love that.
But I wouldn't have done that if I had the original piece I was looking for.
Right.
So good. So good.
And Veggie Tales.
Yeah.
Veggie Tales, Veggie Tales. If you feel like
I
talking
can't. It's been so long. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
to a tomato.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
that's awesome.
That is amazing.
I improved on Bob the Tomato from that picture because I wasn't really that as good back then. So like you can kind of compare like I made it a lot more smoother than the picture.
That is
Let's
really good.
compare quickly here.
So you can
Oh
see
yeah.
Yeah.
years.
Definitely.
If you want to talk to tomatoes.
How often do you go back and make improvements or alterations to your builds?
So for that I was kind of getting ready for the Brick Rodeo, so I really wanted I kind of looked at the builds and I was trying to make them improve on them because that was the first convention. So I built those things a year ago, and then I brought them out of the closet, and then I really wanted to make sure they looked good for the audience.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
awesome.
Very cool.
I'm like, can we go back? Can we go back for a quick second? Just the I can't remember the guy's name, but the thing from Wall-E. It's
Mo.
just, was it Bob?
Mo.
Oh my, it's so good. It's so good. It's so I could see that almost as a prop on a movie. If there was real life Wall-E.
Yeah.
It's solidly well built.
Thank you. This one is one that I probably will never crush just because it was really challenging, and I love the character in the movie. And the reason why it was so challenging is because his head's so massive.
Yeah.
And if you see, he's on a tiny little ball thing.
Right.
So it was really hard to get him to balance. So the way I did it, there's a little bar that's sticking up on the other side, and that's
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh no.
you're
that was
bullying Ethan.
There we go. I don't think I'm gonna lift him, but there we go.
I can imagine getting the balance right.
Yeah, it was as you can see, it was pretty challenging. I used, if you can see here, there's clear pieces. They came from a pod racer set, the handle,
Yep. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
2000 and maybe 12, 11.
It was. Oh no! I thought I had it was on the 90th anniversary one first, so I thought it might be that one, but
I had it when I was 10 years old.
okay.
Fly around with this pod
That's
racer,
cool.
and so I used those clear pieces to hold up his head, but it looks kind of like the discs are what's holding it up, but it's really these clear pieces in the front.
That's
That is
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I want to get the Wall-E set to put in front of him, and then behind him he's cleaning it.
That's cool. Yeah.
That would be cool.
I wonder how much that set is.
It
I bet it's a lot.
yeah, hundreds.
It's one of the most popular Lego idea
Yeah,
sets.
That set-
It's so expensive.
That set was on the store shelves for a very, very short period of time, and then quickly was not produced a lot of.
If you look at Mo, I put a Hero Factory, the Hero Factory logo on the side to make it look like the
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
movie.
That's really cool.
Crazy.
Mhm.
And the record player,
Yeah.
turntable with the vintage TV.
Those are
TV
really
is
cool.
having technical difficulties.
I'll tell you what, our folks over on Spotify, if they're listening, they're gonna have a hard time visualizing all this stuff. So I hope you come over to YouTube and check it out. But wow.
We can describe it to you. We have 10.
How heavy are these? I mean, this
Yeah,
is
they're solid looking.
large brick built creations. I mean,
This one's pretty light. The TV's pretty heavy, but here's the record player.
Wow.
And this is another. I use minifig torsos for the little legs at the bottom.
Okay.
And then this is what the back looks like.
Do you want to give him the full, Brad?
Oh, yep. You know, it is really cool because we've looked at a lot of mocks and a lot of them don't have backs to them. They only, you know, they make it so the front looks good. I love it how all the way around on your mock, like it's solid.
And I use a dragon tail piece for the little
Dragon tail.
That's cool.
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I see the little. Are those little top hats?
Yeah, top hats for the
Oh my gosh, the part usage.
Did you make your own decals for the logos and everything?
Okay, so this came from the typewriter.
Okay.
And then these, my sister actually has the real thing that I based this off of. It's a Crossley. And I cut the sticker from the record player and I put it on that. And then I took off like the warning sticker from her record player and I actually put it on that. So it has all the rules you have to be aware
That
of.
is awesome.
I love that. Oh, and the torsos in the bottom, like you were talking about. Yeah, wow.
Real quick, because I was curious. I want to see how much the Wally was going for. The cheapest one sealed in the US is going for $270.
Oh,
Good Lord.
And you can get it for cheaper open, but yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah. Wow.
Not a lot of people own that set for sure.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
always
that's
curious
it.
about prices of stuff like that. So
Work investment time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get the laptop.
And then the laptop.
So good.
hey,
Didn't you?
hey,
Didn't you say
Ethan,
that?
why is your laptop going so slow again? You told me to get your internet fixed. Come on.
Yeah, are you connected to Ethan's internet? Is that the problem?
That's why it's going so bad.
same problem.
You're trying to watch Stud Buds and you can't, man. You know, I think the problem is, I think this is why, Ethan, you can never have a good show with us because you just keep bringing this laptop. You actually gotta connect it to the Wi-Fi, okay?
His internet's been pretty good tonight, knock on wood.
Yeah,
I
actually,
mean.
Not better than me tonight.
That is
Did-
so.
Didn't you say at conventions that little kids like
Yes, they
type
do.
on it?
They do the flintlock wood types on laptops where you like. That's what kids, they reach across and they start typing, and the parents are just watching them like
It's like
What
no touchy.
What challenge did you have building this one, if anything?
it was definitely getting the screen to like stand up on its own because like you can actually move the screen up and down.
Oh, that's cool.
Can it close flat all the way or no?
No, it doesn't because the keys go up like
Okay.
half a plate, and the studs on the like this the circle of doom as like
Circle
Yeah.
of Doom. The loading wheel of death.
It's not a good build anymore. Then if you can't close it, then what's the point? Okay? Like, it's supposed to be realistic, man. Not
Oh my gosh.
my buttons, man. You know I struggle with that.
I'm gonna keep pushing them then.
Very cool.
Oh, got the Hershey bar.
I like
Oh,
that.
I'm getting hungry
is
now.
I actually have the IG-11, but it's like destroyed.
Uh-oh. That's. I mean, it's accurate, right? I think.
Yeah, it needs like explosion coming out of it.
Not
No,
accurate
this is-
enough.
This is from the first part of the show when he gets blasted by and he's got to be put back together. There we go. Save that.
Oh. Very cool.
That was a fun little montage from the first season. I like that. Yeah. We got the.
I improved the Polaroid camera a lot. That's a build that I posted like 2 years ago, and so I built the whole thing upside down.
Oh, okay.
Because the original one it's kind of flat at the bottom, but see how it gets curved using those slope pieces.
Yes.
That's really cool.
And I made it so you can actually take a picture out. That one would that one you can take out, but it's not connected to anything. Where this you can take it out and then pull it out. Like
That is cool.
Is there like a just straight wheel in there to kind of give it a little more grip, or?
it's actually more complicated. I could have just done that, but I made a tray, and it has 1x4 like teeth gear,
Oh, okay.
back and forth, and the
Smart.
the Polaroid just sits in there with tension and it stays there, and then you can just easily pull it out.
That's cool.
Insane.
And then one of my favorite parts of building this was, like the rainbow. I really didn't want stickers, so I like built it sideways, and then it goes up.
Oh, okay.
That's really cool.
That is.
Thank you. And then these things are just connected to the base because this is going upside down, so it's using snot brick here. So then these two connect, and then it just goes up with the white part.
You know what we talked about the other day? Was it last Stud Buds episode? We talked about like those corner pieces where the tiles are, like wanting that to be a smooth piece. Remember how we talked about that? We were looking at pieces that we wanted made.
Right.
I think that would be really good because I'm sure you would rather instead of having studs exposed, you'd rather your wrapper be smooth, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a good example right there of where it could be used.
I'm trying to remember the exact
Wedge
piece we're
tiles.
talking about, but yes. Oh yeah, okay.
We got the Jumanji board. Oh, and this is his latest. That's really cool.
I
The
really
Star Lord.
Guys, this technique that I learned, and I think it like really it's kind of a game changer for me. And it's how I built the Star Lords to see how it's like smooth here and smooth on top. So it's like everywhere it's like there is no bottom to it.
Right.
So I'm gonna take this apart just real quick to show you how I like this really cool technique that you can use.
A Stud Buds exclusive. Very cool.
So,
How do you decide? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just taking it apart real quick.
Well, I guess while you do that, how do you decide what you're going to build next?
So I
Cool,
wanted
switch sides.
like 2 years ago this gun, but it was really challenging and I couldn't build it back then. And so I like to go back to it and like with new techniques and
New parts.
yeah, new parts and stuff. And I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I loved that's like one of the things I've wanted to build for a while.
Got it.
But I just didn't really know how, and I came back to it, and then. But this is the technique that I did to flip a brick. See how there's studs on both sides.
Ooh,
Yes.
that is nice.
I took a Technic brick, and then see these pieces.
Oh, okay.
So then when you connect them, it's all smooth, but yet there's studs on the bottom.
That's really
Wow.
nice.
Is that
That's smart.
an illegal Lego building?
I
technique?
wouldn't.
was
Say,
about
I
to
don't
say.
think that's. I don't
No,
think
I
that's
don't think it
illegal.
is.
Oh no!
He found a way to do that without using an illegal Lego building
Right.
technique.
Yeah,
You did it legally, people.
that's the big challenge is to like get the bricks to like smash together, and so I think that did it legally.
Right. Right. Crazy. So you came up with that little idea on your own, or
Yes.
did you see the? Okay. Great.
That was I originally I couldn't figure out how to like for the Wii to get things like that way you have to build like sideways, but
Right.
that was a way for me to build like this with but only having one brick high.
Ooh, someone says it's illegal.
Oh no!
We're making it legal. I'll make it legal.
no.
I'll make it legal.
Don't call the cops on me, Ethan.
Oh,
Don't
no.
slap me.
Slap you? What?
What?
Do
Sorry,
y'all
Jim.
remember that?
Yes, I
I slapped
remember
him.
it.
That's a good video. Was that on your account, Ethan? That's
No, I was
video.
on
That video is posted,
Bricktacular
or
Builds. If you want to
his?
see
Okay.
an exclusive video of me and Ian, go check out Bricktacular Builds, and you'll see
Yes.
me slapping Ian.
It was fun.
Oh, I remember.
It
Well-
hurt so bad, but it was worth it.
So you're mainly on Instagram. Do you have a TikTok?
No, I do not. I only have Instagram.
Okay. Did you ever think of like expanding your social media presence, or are you kind of happy with what you're doing just on Instagram and keeping it exclusive to that platform?
I don't know how you guys do it. Like
We
like,
don't.
like I can't imagine like posting different things on different like yeah, I'm sticking to Instagram right now, but I would like to expand. Do you think TikTok is like this? Do you like
I-
TikTok, Instagram?
So I right now Instagram a little bit more than TikTok, honestly.
No, I'll fight you on that one any day of the week. I think Instagram's going to die in the next couple of years, actually.
Well, it depends what you it depends what you're
Depends who
looking
you
for.
ask.
If you're looking for like to grow your audience, then TikTok is the place.
Mhm.
And bigger than that, actually, I think, in my personal opinion, is YouTube Shorts.
That's growing a lot.
I have opinions about YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
That's-
Your opinions have been wrong a lot lately, Matt.
true. So, but like,
it's
if
not
you're
about
looking for
growth. It's
certain-
about something else.
certain audiences, like I'm a huge castle guy, so I look for a lot of castle people. I find them more on Instagram than a place like TikTok, where like TikTok is an expanding audience. I think Instagram's really good about expanding community around you. So it
Yeah.
depends what you're trying to look for.
Mhm.
YouTube's great about more long-term stuff, in my opinion, and there's good benefits to YouTube over both platforms too. So it really just depends what you're trying to do.
Ask me, I'll give you a completely different answer, but that's okay. That's the that's the whole point.
Yeah, and who actually does social media for? No, I'm joking.
See, to me, it just depends on your
Me.
type of content you're like
Yeah.
that you're trying to put out. Like, just baseline it, just regardless of the algorithm and stuff like that. Short form content, TikTok, photos and just quick swipes, Instagram, long form content, YouTube.
My opinion is actually based on what you're doing. You have to take it to you have to apply it to the platform. So what you do is mock building, and you can display that in a multitude of different ways. If you're interested in making long form content and like showing the process of building it, or more or less like going over how you built it, that would be a great platform for it. Or if you wanted, just do quick, hey guys, check out this mock that I made, and then go over the facts about it briefly, maybe the struggle you had or a part that you used for it. That would be more of TikTok or Instagram Reels, but the only place to really photo share is still Instagram. And there's some other apps that are I guess kind of doing well now. There's one called Vero I hear a lot of people talking about, but it depends on what you want to do, depends on how you want to display your content, and I think that's the most important factor.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the information, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll
Feel free
argue
to
about it
message
all
us
day long.
anytime about it.
Yeah.
Seriously, we'd love to
Hey,
help you.
We all do different parts of social media too. So there's always disagreements between, especially me and Matt. So
Yes, 10 different people, you get 10 different answers.
there's
Sure.
never one right answer to social media. It's really whatever works for you when it comes down to it. Like, so.
But if that's something that you're interested in, I mean, I usually ask this to every guest that we have on the show. It's just as Ethan's question is, but like, where do you want to go with this? I know you're in school. Are you in school now?
Yeah, I'm taking classes at Liberty online.
Okay.
He'll be an
Okay.
engineer, remember?
Well, do you want to
actually? You know how some people have private chefs? Zane's just gonna hire you to be his private mock builder to build him
Yes,
like very.
I need someone to make my car. That's all I want in this world. Is someone to make my dang car. I've been on this kick.
wait, small or like big?
I mean, like yay size. Like,
Okay, so like the
like model
creator
size.
expert one.
He wants to
Yeah,
build like
yeah.
a Technic, I think.
No, not huge.
No?
Like the
Like the muscle car.
like
The
the Mustang or the Camaro or like the
The Dodge, the Fast and Furious car.
yeah, that's what I want, but not Technic. I want it brick built. But I want my dang car. I want my car out of Lego.
We got to we got to find put like a hiring process up.
Maybe that'll be a contest. Maybe that can be a contest for a Discord server.
Yeah, someone make
And
my
the
car.
winner, you get to send your car to Zane.
Yeah, you not only do you win, but you get to give me your Lego. You don't get nothing, but I get your Lego.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but sorry, going with that. What as Matt was asking, like what are kind of your hopes for this for the future? Do you like for us with the social media stuff or even like Lego building?
Is there a goal, or
Yeah.
are you just kind of having fun and seeing where it goes?
I'm having fun. I really am having fun doing like stuff with Bricker Builds. Like that was kind of like my goal to be like a designer and
Right.
design products for people to buy and enjoy. So that was a really good. That was a dream come true to like do that. As far as like social media, I'm not like trying to make it like huge, just kind of like on my own pace, kind of. And I know that's not what you need to do to get big. I have to like, but I'm just having fun posting stuff. I really enjoy like the building aspect of it and like seeing people's reaction to the builds, not like me as much, if that makes sense. Like I like just showing the builds more.
Right.
No, totally. It's not about necessarily your personality,
Yeah.
but your art, and you show through that in a sense, and that's
Yeah.
I think what's important as well. Very
Building
cool.
stuff I like and enjoy, like movies and stuff.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Sure.
I mean, I could see you definitely like doing a lot more with social media, but it sounds like honestly, I think it would be really cool for you to like have an art display somewhere at like a museum and show off like your Lego
or like a
creations
Lego
there.
convention.
Mhm.
I mean,
Have
yeah,
your
but
own, like plates. That'd be cool.
right,
Yeah.
right.
My stuff was actually at an art show for like 2 months that wasn't Lego, which was really
Right.
cool.
That's
There was-
awesome.
It was just these sculptures and like they would use wood, metal, and then there's my Lego laptop. Just really
That's
I
cool.
cool.
love it.
And my
I
man
love it.
rifle was there as well.
That's
That's cool.
awesome.
Because it gives people who wouldn't normally think of Lego as an art medium to see it in that light.
Yeah.
But Zane, I know you are itching because you have to head on out of here really quick. So
I do. Gentlemen, I have to go fly my drone. I owe someone an IOU, and I have to go do some work. You know, that drone lifestyle, you never know. Things crazy. Crazy.
well, don't crash it.
Or
Or
don't
cut your
hand-
finger. Like,
Yeah,
that
don't
one
split your
time.
again.
Well, there's a story behind that. For another time. But Ian, it's been great. It's been amazing. It's been amazingly great. Y'all are all fantastic. I had so much fun. I love all of your builds. I haven't found one that I don't like.
Thank
Like
you.
Ethan's got some that I'm a little upset about. Like like the chicken nuggets. I gave him the idea, and he like has a whole family. And where's the credit? Nowhere to be found for me.
Zane's bad. He hasn't got his cut.
One last question, Zane, before you go. You look a lot younger. Did you shave?
We're not guys.
We
weren't-
talked about this
I've been
before the show.
I've been hiding behind the microphone this whole time, but no one points it out. And you had to point it out, didn't you?
Sorry,
Yes,
I
okay,
didn't.
yes.
I wasn't here.
Maybe we'll get Ian to build you a Lego beard. That way you can actually have something again.
You can see my butt chin a lot. Yes.
Hey, at
please.
least I don't grow hair down.
Oh my gosh, we're not having this discussion right now.
It's my butt chin. Look at that. It's really vivid. You can see it today.
Where is it?
It was a mistake. It was a mistaken. Guys, I made these. I gotta show you this. I made these. Oh,
You gotta run.
Hey, I know, I do. I really do, but I want you to see this. Ready for this? So next time we're having issues or Matt's running late. Guys, there's more than just that. There's
I
another
love
one.
that.
There's so much. I made those. Those are hilarious. So, okay, y'all are great. I love you all. I will see you
luck.
guys in a couple weeks after I get back from vacation. Amazing stream, gentlemen. Amazing getting to talk to you, Ian.
It was
Have
nice
a
talking.
good one. Oh shit.